Welcome aboard. I'm Captain Jake, and we're back with another episode of Ultimate General Civil War, our companion game to Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail. For those interested, Game Labs, who publishes this game and is the developer of this game, has just come out with American Revolution. I do believe it's Ultimate General American Revolution. For those of you interested, you can only get it off of their website. So, as always, I'd like to welcome back my subscribers and welcome in any new subscribers. We are using the J&P mod 1.28.4. We are currently reloading the Shiloh campaign. We will be starting on the 7th of April, 1862 at 0705. This sounds a little odd at the beginning because I've had to re-record some narration to this because I lost the battle sounds and my normal narration. The big point here that I'm pointing out is the fact that we have to recapture Spain field. So we got some battles going on to the left and to the right, and we're basically going to pincer and envelop. We'll push the center, but what we'll do is envelop from the left and right flanks and attempt to capture and crush as many of the Confederate units as possible, leading to our victory, we hope. So you'll be able to watch this and hear the music in the background, but there will be limited narration because of that error on my part, and for that I do apologize. We'll make sure that that doesn't happen again. Learn something new each time. I guess that's the fun part of it. So we'll just go on with the show here, and you can watch how I maneuver my units, and we'll go from there. I'll pick up the narration at various points as necessary. So like I said, hopefully you'll enjoy this type of format. And again, not my favorite way. I like to do it on the fly, but we'll have to narrate after the fact. What you will see here in a moment is I'm taking it off of pause and running it at half speed and pushing my left flank into their right flank and trying to probe exactly what they got going on there. And looks like we're not 100% sure. I got some guys moving up some fresh units on that side. And now we're going to go to the center where they're going to push on that single unit that's a slightly center left, a single unit. And now I have another unit being charged, about ready to enter melee, and it's quite large. Here on our right flank, we are now pushing hard at those units down in that little cut, and we're attempting to rout out their artillery, and also bringing up some cavalry over there. But you can see we're exchanging fire and pushing, like I said earlier, in 2 pincer units, and now I'm just making sure that the units that I have captured are departing the area. Plus, I had a Stevens unit in the center that surrendered, and we're going to be sending him to the back here in a moment, as soon as I can find him. It didn't come up immediately that I knew where he was, but we eventually found him and started pushing him back. By this point, you can see that their left flank, our right flank, is just about ready to collapse. They did have some artillery to the far left, but he gets shot up, and that is the end of him. And now I'm moving my cavalry towards the capturing Spain field. Also, I have a single unit pushing straight up, being supported by 2 other brigades behind it to recapture that flag in the dead center of the map, Spain's field. And again, just pincering from the right, no real change of anything that has happened on my left flank, their right flank. I've just redirected some artillery and some more shots at some weaker units. And in a little while, I'll be pushing even heavier into the center, but we'll wait until we get to that. None of the units protecting Petersburg Landing ever moved. I left them there just to maintain in case I messed up and had to retreat. I needed a place to retreat to. But it said that we had to capture these points, so that's what we're pushing on. And like I said, you can see that we're now moving that direction. And my artillery, my cavalry is moving up, attempting to capture the general, but it doesn't appear that you can do that in this game. There seems to be no general capture. And behind it, the artillery is being overrun by my infantry, and that will be the end of them. And I do believe that we do capture them also. So that will be it for now, and we'll pick it up a little bit later. What you can see here is on our left flank, they had a not very large unit, a 450-man unit that was hiding in the woods, it appears. And so I started pushing them, but they started trying to push me, and I charged back, and then I flanked them. This is all done on the right of the screen here. And again, their cavalry tried to intercept mine, didn't work real well. Their artillery retreated. I thought I had captured that one, but apparently that was thinking of another place. So I got more units being slightly flanked by some skirmishers, but you can see that we're pushing heavy center now. And the unit that I got hiding in the trees is charging the unit that's in the open. And well, what you'll see in a little while is that unit actually gets captured. and sent to the rear. So literally we're basically at this point just piecemealing them down, and we have now recapturing Spain field. We're getting real close to having it captured. You can see the color of the flag has changed a little bit, and we'll just keep pushing on that, and we'll hold it and keep firing at their skirmishers. And let me see, anything else important there? I try to redirect my cavalry to behind their artillery. And bringing up mine. That momentary Confederate cavalry that you saw on the bottom right of the screen will come to play later, unfortunately. So I'll leave you at that. So I think that's it for now. And you can see that their center is now getting hammered pretty good also. So, oh, and we just captured Spain field. So there you go. Just a quick note here, you can see they tried to rush my infantry brigade with their cavalry, and it immediately gets beat back. I think the Confederates have basically lost the will right now and are just trying to salvage what they can. Their center is basically collapsed, and we'll capture, not mistaken, a couple of units out of that. If we don't capture them, we'll just literally destroy them. And let's see, where did that 450 unit I think has now been captured and is moving to the rear. So I think that's all we got for this right now. Like I said, we're just continuing moving up, trying to capture and or destroy as many of their units as possible. What you see here is their center is collapsed. They're collapsing. All we have left on their left flank is a supply train, and I send my cavalry to capture it. They will eventually capture it, and they will be engaged by the Confederate cavalry again, but to no avail. And on the other side, I'm just harassing their generals and trying to move that far. It's a tired unit, and I can't make out what it is, but they'll attempt to envelop the artillery units in the center. You can see that my cavalry unit did capture that supply train on their left, our far right, and now he's going after the next one. And we did capture their unit in their center. We'll be sending them back here also as prisoners of war. And just here, just double checking to make sure that we can get things moved back where they need to go. Just some housekeeping, because basically with 21 minutes of the battle left, it is literally over. 21 minutes of the scenario left, the battle is basically over. So I'm doing some housekeeping just to get everything in order as needed. Here you can see my cavalry units just about to that secondary supply. They also have their cavalry there, but again, to no avail will they do anything. So we captured the supply unit and immediately tried to send it back, but kept picking the wrong unit. I just needed to zoom in more. And then on our left flank, we're moving towards their generals because there's literally nothing there. If you look at the strategic map, the only thing that's showing up currently are a couple of their generals. And that's it. At this point, I'm trying to get my cavalry to get that supply train. I wanted to get that third one, but then their rather, well, unhurt large cavalry unit came up, and this is the one that was off to the far left that I'd mentioned earlier, that I had a problem with them showing up when they did. They will hurt about 50 killed or captured of my cavalry members themselves, trying to move some infantry up to assist, but that didn't really help much. So the bottom line is they are going to hurt me bad, and I should have known better. And I never did get that other unit. And we get about 3 minutes to go before the end of the scenario. We have everything that we need to do, and I'll just let it run now, and then we'll come to the victory screen here in a minute. At this point, the battle is over. It's a victory, the Battle of Shiloh. And I go through statistics and take a look at who died, who survived, then look at my officers who got wounded. I had one officer that was that brigade commander that was killed, or division commander, I'm sorry, that was killed, that we had already identified. And we had a number of people promoted. We had a couple of guys that did really, really well. They were promoted from captain to lieutenant colonel. So, yeah, skipping that major rank. And we had quite a few people that were promoted. So I'm going to let that run. You can read it as well as I can. You didn't need me to be talking over it. But it was a good victory. It was on the colonel level, but it was, wasn't an easy victory. There towards the end, it sure looked like it, but it was tough times fighting throughout the entire battle. But we had twice as many troops as they did, and we did not engage with all of our troops. So I probably let some people get away that I shouldn't have, but that's just the way it goes. So what we'll do is I will let this run. You can see the victory conditions, and then we'll go into camp. And basically, all I said that you didn't get a chance to hear because of my problem was the fact that, hey, we'll pick up the camp next time, and we'll be back soon with another episode, and you'll hear that here at the very end. So, again, thanks for suffering through this with me. We'll make sure that I have the correct mic turned on next time. I'd like to apologize again for having the audio issue during this recording. You would figure that as many recordings as I've done that I would get this right. But it happens. So the battle went well, so I didn't feel like re-recording it with the battle sounds and my narration as we went along. But hopefully you still enjoyed it. Leave a like and leave a comment. Tell me to make sure that I'm recording correctly if need be. But we'll be back again real soon with another episode of Ultimate General Civil War. Again, thanks for joining me. So as always, I am Captain Jake, wishing you fair winds and following seas. Until next time.